What'd you think of Caballero's jump off first?
Elite. I shared my pacemaker with him. I said, you give him a little bit of, he made this thing work a little bit with how he was jumping around out there. Look, Beater was so quick to the plate that I get it. Like, it wasn't just a given that he could, but yeah, I mean, he got to second. I think he got to second. If there was a wild pitch, I think he might have been awarded home just by getting to that next base. So I trust he knows what he's doing out there.
Here.
I was just going to ask you what you thought of Duvall tonight.
Yeah, really good. I thought he filled up the strike zone really well. Cutter was electric, mixed in the sinker even, and some really good sliders, off of the cutter where, was able to really get some good swing and miss. I feel like the last couple now have been really good. Even though the last one they got a couple base runners on, I actually thought he was in the strike zone. He was efficient. If that's the case, he's going to be successful.
You think he's getting a little more acclimated now to that new role?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. We'll continue to work at it. But when he's really good, like, he's going to be a big piece of things.
Mark.
Aaron, when Judge's elbow thing popped up, there were some questions about how often Stanton would be able to play the outfield. Mm-hmm. Have you been happy with what you've seen from out there, and how big has it been that he's been able to put him out there?
Yeah, Look, I think he's done a capable job out there. Obviously, I've been careful with it. Obviously, getting him out of games when we do have a lead. Even tonight's the sixth inning, middle inning sometimes. So. And part of that is, obviously getting our defense on the field, but also trying to preserve him the best physically as I can. So he and I communicate well on it, day to day, what the next few days looks like, those kind of things. And he is very, he's really good to communicate with it. It tells you exactly what he's feeling and what he's thinking, and it allows us to be on the same page.
And we're happy to get Cruz back in the game tonight. And what'd you think of him tonight?
Yeah, obviously a couple base runners there, a little sprayed it around a little bit, but ends up still getting two big outs with I mean, that pitch. He's never out of it because he's got such good swing and miss. So even when he creates a little traffic for himself, you still feel like he can work his way out of it. So good to get him out of it, get him out there. And after, facing some real adversity there where, that's probably where the game's in the balance a little bit, where they have their best shot coming around, the top of the order's coming up. He's able to get two big outs to be able to hand it off to Timmy. But glad we got him out there, and obviously we need him to be an important part of it too.
Dan.
Aaron, are you okay with this plan with Stanton indefinitely as Aaron works his way back from the elbow thing, or is there kind of a limit to how often you can run Giancarlo out?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Do you want to? Are you okay doing this for weeks at a time, as opposed to just a limited amount of time? If it takes Aaron a while to get back into right field,
I mean, yeah.
You think it's sustainable for a while?
Yeah, but I mean, in that case, though, I don't expect him to be running out there every day. There's still going to be, down days, and again, that's just fluid and kind of day to day, frankly.
But the current schedule that you're using with him, you think you can do that for a while longer?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the current schedule is, but it's, sometimes it's been one on, one off. He's played up to 3 in a row out there. So some form of that. And again, that's fluid always.
And what did you think of Anthony's at-bats tonight?
Yeah, obviously, hits 106 to the wrong part that last at-bat. I thought got some good swings off out in front of a couple of the breaking balls from Gore. So, just okay.
Larry, do you have one? Okay. Thank you, Aaron.